Huh? Huh. Look what I found under my tree today. My Retro Game Treasure box. Man, it's like Christmas a couple days in a row here. This is exciting. Alright, we gotta open this up and see what's in it. Hey guys, Angry Monkey here with another Retro Game Treasure unboxing video. For those who are new to the channel and you're wondering what this is a video game subscription service that sends you 3 to 5 games to your house every month to add to your personal collection. This is not a rental service, you get to keep these games. And these games come on a wide variety of different consoles, whether you want to go old school with the Atari 2600 or the Intellivision, whether you're a Nintendo collector and you want to get stuff for the NES, Super Nintendo, 64, GameCube, Wii, Wii U, as well as the portable Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS. You got Sega options on there with the Master System, the Genesis, the Sega CD, and the Sega Dreamcast, and the Game Gear. I did not say Saturn, that was on purpose, and also don't expect Sega CD or Dreamcast games, but they technically are options that you could get. You can also get PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as PSP, as well as original Xbox 360 and Xbox One. And some of those Xbox One games are new enough that they actually say Xbox Series X on there because I've gotten a few of those. So yeah, almost 50 years of video games, basically all the way back to like 1977, 78, and stuff all the way up to like 2022 or whatever. I don't know. A lot of games. So how this works, go on a website, fill out a survey, and along with the survey, fill out the checklist and the wish list features, because those are very, very important and things that I somehow seem to fail every time, because even though I check games off, somehow there's still a duplicate that slips through the cracks. So anyway, the checklist feature is how you would check off all the games that you have in your collection, and make sure you check off all versions of that game, because let's just say you have Star Wars Battlefront on PS2, let's just say you have the greatest hits version, you need to check off that you have both the black label and the red label greatest hits, otherwise you might get it again, the black label, or vice versa, because they classify those as two separate games even though it is still the same game. I've got one way to play it. Yeah, mine might be the greatest hits label, whatever, that's fine. I have a way to play it on PS2, and I'm happy with that. Some people don't want to have greatest hits, and that's fine too. Everybody's got their own way of collecting. However, one thing I will say is make sure you go over to the original Xbox as well and check it off on there, unless you want it for both consoles. And that is where I seem to get in trouble a lot, is because I didn't realize, or I forgot, to check this game off on a different console, and I end up getting the same game for a different console, and nobody wants that, right? I mean, some people out there might. Like I said, if you're collecting for both the PlayStation and original Xbox, and you want to have a complete set of both, then yeah, okay, it's a little different. But take it from me, take it from my experience, and kind of a hard lesson for me, and hopefully not for you. Check off all versions of that game, unless you want multiple versions of the same game, and you probably don't. There is also the wishlist feature, which is really cool. Now, don't expect Earthbound, a $350 game, in your $40 box, but let's just say that you got a Super Nintendo recently, and you're like, hey, I would really love to have Super Mario World. Now, that is a realistic option for your box. So yeah, go on. I mean, sure, go ahead and check off Earthbound anyway. I got Earthbound on my wish list. I'm never going to get it from Retro Game Treasure, but it's on there anyway, because why not? If you got a big wish list like I do, you're probably going to get one every month. I mean, there's been times where I've gotten 2 wish list items in one box before, because I've got like a huge wish list. Now, sometimes my wishlist item is also a duplicate item because I forgot to take it off the wish list, so make sure you do that too. The last thing I want to talk about before diving into the box is the very important survey, because this survey will help build a custom box for you that will be different from Jim Bob's down the road. Even if you and Jim Bob have the same taste in video games, does not mean you're going to get the same box as him. And that's what's really cool about the service. So yeah, go on there, check off the genres of games, and they've got all kinds. I mean, you got platformers and shooters and RPGs, classic arcade games, horror games, whatever it is. Check what you like and don't check what you don't like. So you're probably thinking like, ugh, am I going to get a bunch of sports games in this box? Only if you want to, because you can uncheck or not check at all sports games, and you won't get sports games in your box. And in the 6 years that I've had this service, I think I've gotten one sports game, and it was for the Atari, which I kind of thought was kind of cool. So I'm fine with that. But yeah, I don't want sports games, so I don't get sports games in my box. And that's really nice because I'm sure they have a full warehouse full of those. And they're reserved just for those people that forget to check it off, or maybe those that want to have sports games, which there probably are some. There's also a secondary tier of things if you like getting NASCAR and skateboarding and Disney, anime, Pokemon type games. Just kind of a subcategory of different themes or vibes or whatever they want to call it, to also help customize your box a little bit more. And then you can also, again, check off all the consoles that you want games for. You can also talk about condition, and so I basically say, like, hey, if it's a disc-based game, give me the case. And I would say 95% of the time, 99% of the time, they honor that. I've gotten a couple loose games, but they are pretty good at honoring disc-based games with a case. Now, cartridge games, I'm a little bit more lenient as long as the label's good, because, I mean, a cardboard box for an NES game, that's just going to make the game like 80 times the price. And so I'm like, hey, as long as the label's good, I'm fine with that. And if it's a game I want to get a box for, I'll get a box later. Like, I'd love to get a box for like Mario 3 or something. But I've got a really nice copy of Mario 3 on the shelf, and I'm happy with that. So anyway, let's dive into this box. We got our knife. And as always, pulling it out of frame, so that way you guys don't see my address, because you don't need my address. I love you guys, but I don't want you at my house. Maybe some of you. Especially you. You're cool. I like you. Okay. So, first up is the all-important DiscountAirPillows.com, where pillows are inflated, not prices. These three guys here are doing an amazing job at making sure that the games that we got are going to be in great shape. All three of these guys are alive and thriving. None of them had to sacrifice their life to protect a game, so everybody's happy. Even these guys are happy. Okay, I feel 3 games. PS4, an Xbox One, and one that takes the full length of the box, which lately would be a 360 game. So we got 3 games in this box. The quantity doesn't matter, it's all about the quality of the games. So, first up is the PS4 game. We got Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Okay, this might be a wishlist item. Yeah, because I know I have some Dragon Quest games. I don't think I have this. Dragon Quest Heroes. Huh. That's pretty cool. Might be the highlight. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, I'm a little confused that it says Heroes on it. Like, is that like a spin-off or something? I mean, when I think Heroes, I think of Warriors, like a Hyrule Warriors, but I know that I don't think there's a Dragon Quest Warriors kind of game, so I think it is just a standard RPG. Well, it says play co-op and online multiplayer. Well, it is a one-player game, though. Battle hordes of enemies across a variety of vast landscapes. I don't know. Well, we've got gameplay footage up there to show just a little bit of what this game's about. And that's why I do that. So that way I know what I'm getting into. Alright, the next item is Quantum Break, an Xbox One console exclusive. Oh, full game download of Alan Wake. So is this like a sequel to Alan Wake or something? Because I have Alan Wake. I've got it on 360. So is this related to that in some way? But that's really cool. Deep and fast-paced narrative experience crafted by Remedy Entertainment. Use your time powers to survive enemies and environment and epic scenes of broken time. That sounds really cool. This might be my new pick of the box. I love time-based things, and like I think of Time Splitters. I've got that on original Xbox. Future Perfect, and I've only played like the first level of that, but I'm like, this game's really cool. Like you're running down and you see like your future self that drops down a key to you, so that way you can go through a door, so that way you can drop the key to your past self. It's really cool. So yeah, time powers and stuff, and pausing and rewinding. I don't know. That's a neat concept to me. So that might be a good game. I hope so. All right, and the last one, I gotta flip the box over because these full-length games get stuck in the box. Alright, so I pulled it out, I didn't see what it was, and it is Lego Batman. Okay, that's a fun one. Oh, and Pure. I don't have Lego Batman, right? I know I have a Lego Batman game. Okay, I've got Lego Batman 2 on 360. Okay, so I got the first one now. That's cool. So, no duplicates. Like, this is the first time, maybe this year, that I didn't get a duplicate. And I guess we kind of got 4 games, because we got this Pure game. So, I guess, at some point, future me is going to switch over to gameplay of Pure. Looks like some kind of dirt bike type game. Okay. Both rated E. But Lego Batman, the Lego games are just fun. Fun for the whole family. They're not necessarily easy, and there are times where you can get turned around, confused, lost. I know I have. I played, which game was that? It might have actually been Lego Batman. I know there was one of the Lego games. It was either Lego Batman or Lego Star Wars. And I played like a little bit of it, and I'm like, am I just this stupid? How am I this lost? I don't know where to go. So, they're not necessarily the easy. I mean, they're easy, but they're not easy at the same time. You get what I mean. But no, they're just really fun games. So yeah, I got 4 games really. So that is really exciting. Yeah, this was a good box. We ended the year with a pretty good box. And if you guys are interested, here is this. You can pause it, but I also have a link in the description below. This talks about the Boss Chess giveaway, which you can enter that and potentially win the Boss Chess giveaway item, which is usually a game console, or at least last time I saw a Boss Chess giveaway item was a game console. The very first box I signed up for, I remember a Sega Master System was the giveaway item. I know at one time was a Sega Genesis. I remember a PS1 being a Boss Chess giveaway. I don't know how often they do the Boss Chess giveaway. I doubt it's every month, but maybe it is. I don't know. But all you do is just post your box on social media, and you're entered, and you might win. And if you win, then, well, that means that you'll get a new game console for your video game collection, and then through Retro Game Treasure, start getting games for that new console, which is just a really fun concept. Now, with me, I don't need a Boss Chess giveaway item because I've got every console that Retro Game Treasure offers games for, and then some. But I just figured I'd mention that to you guys. And another thing I want to mention to you guys is the referral code down below is my personal referral code. And if I refer 3 people to Retro Game Treasure, they will send me a second box, which means a double unboxing video, which I think would be really fun to do at least once. So yeah, if you guys want to support your boy here, I just need 3 of you guys to do that. I mean, obviously, if not, whatever. But I think that'd be really cool. So that finishes up this section, but stay tuned because I've got some really cool pickups I want to show off to you guys. So let's move on to that. Okay, so the first batch that I want to show off starts off with a couple of things I got off of Amazon. Now, I got more than just video games. I got a couple things of anime as well, and some American cartoons. Yeah, so I got My Hero Academia Season 6, both parts, and I got the Rugrats complete box set because I watched a lot of Rugrats as a kid. But anyway, you're not here for that. You're here for the video games. Including the 100 line, Last Defense Academy. I think... I know that there was something related to Danganronpa with this game, because, I mean, just look at the character designs. I think the character designer worked on this. Maybe it's done by the same story writers as well, but it's got a poster. So here's one side of the poster, and the other side, I guess, has all the characters in it. I don't know anything about this game. I just know that I've had it on my wish list for a while because it's somehow related to Danganronpa. But anyway, I picked that up. That looks really nice. I like this artwork as well. So it's really cool that it's somewhat reversible. But yeah, preparing to fight a brutal 100-day war. So I don't know. I mean, it's strategy, but it's also visual novel, and like making choices. I don't know. It looks like there's a lot involved with this game. But I remember Viro telling me that the story in this game is better than like Zero Escape, and I'm like, okay, those are some big shoes to fill. But if you got a better story than Zero Escape, I gotta play it. I gotta see it. So anyway, I picked that up off of Amazon. I saved like 10 or 15 on it with the Amazon sale. One time I found this at GameStop and I didn't get it, and then I regretted not getting it, and then I found it on Amazon, and I was trying to look for the steel case. I couldn't find the steel case, but I was excited to get the steel case for the Precinct, because this is one of the best steel cases I've ever seen. I mean, just look at that. That is beautiful. So that's the front. I mean, the back is nothing special, but I mean the front is nice. And then the inside looks like that. There's a digital soundtrack thing. And what is this random piece of paper? Oh, it's a map. Okay. So it's a map of Averno City. Okay. That's really cool. It's a very thin paper, which kind of concerns me. It makes me afraid that it's going to, I don't know, tear up easily. But, yeah, I was really excited to get that steel case. That's just nice. And then GameStop during Black Friday had a buy two get one free sale, and so I got 3 games there. So I guess I'll show the games I paid for and then show off the free game. That makes the most sense. But I got the Capcom Fighting Collection, which has a bunch of games on the back. Honestly, I don't really know what any of these are. Night Warriors, I've never heard. I mean, obviously Street Fighter, I know, of course. But this Vampire Hunter and Night Warriors, and I don't know what those are. So I'm kind of intrigued by that. But I mean, Capcom fighting games, yeah, those are great. So I'm excited to pick that up. Got me a horror game. I mean, it looks like a horror game. Oxide Room 104. I've never even heard of this, but terrifying experience inside an old motel. Twisted doctor holding you captive. You have choices. Make the right ones to survive. That sounds pretty cool. And you got this creepy eye on the inside. Yeah, this one just intrigued me because I'd never heard of it, but it sounded interesting, so I picked that up. And with that, I was able to get Stubbs the Zombie for free This game is actually an old game that got ported to the Switch, but this was during the original Xbox, PS2, GameCube days. And I'm going to go ahead and just say Xbox because it uses the Halo engine, or at least the original Halo engine back in the early 2000s, like, what, 2002, 3, whatever. And it got ported to the Switch, and apparently the Switch version was actually cheaper than the original Xbox version. I mean, complete in box, of course, but yeah, the original Xbox version was closer to $30, and this one's closer to $20. So I'm like, oh well, been looking for that game for a while. I was planning on getting it on original Xbox. I forgot / didn't know that it was ported to the Switch, but yeah. Anyway, I picked that game up too. So I got 5 games here. My Switch library, of course, is getting even more stacked. I don't even have room for more Switch games, and I got 4 more games I got to put on the shelf, so that'll be fun. So that is what I got in this batch. Oh yeah, and this is for the future. If my channel still exists in like 10 years or something, I think this would be really fun to go through the Black Friday GameStop pamphlet. Maybe we'll look at this in like 2035 or whatever and see what games were coming out and the deals and all that stuff that were happening 10 years ago, as in current, but it'd be like 10 years ago in 10 years. And I think that'd be kind of fun to look at this for a little bit of nostalgia. But I went ahead and picked this up. This was free. But I went ahead and picked that up so that way we can look at that in 10 years. I've got a few catalogs and pamphlets and stuff like that I think would be kind of fun to go through. I got one coming up, or maybe it's already out, I don't know, of the basically Nintendo games that are coming out in either the holiday season of 2005 or coming out in early 2006. If that is not out yet, expect it to come out soon. If it is out, well, go check that out, because that's a fun video of me looking at a catalog from basically November, December of 2005, highlighting GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo DS games, and I think that'll be really fun to go through. As of recording this, I haven't done it yet, but as of releasing it, I've probably done it. We'll see. Anyway, check that out, and let's move on to the next section. Darn, I should have waited to record that last section until now, because this is the same day that I recorded the section of stuff I got the previous like couple days or whatever. So it is still Thanksgiving weekend, so there's still Black Friday sales going on at GameStop and stuff. So the GameStop stuff was actually related to that trade. Again, that Aniplex thing that happened last month, that person owed me so much money because of the stuff that I got her that the 3 games from GameStop yesterday or in the previous batch were free. And most of this batch is also free because of how much she owed me. So anyway, let's go over this next section. Starting with, well, like I said, more GameStop stuff. So I thought I had this, and then I realized I didn't have it, was Streets of Rage 4. So I've only played a little bit of Streets of Rage 2, which I actually do have physically for my Genesis. And then I guess 1 and 3 I can play through the Sonic Genesis collection on PS3. But anyway, I got Streets of Rage 4 on Switch, and it comes with... this is pretty cool. It's basically introducing all the characters, and I guess some of their movements. And I didn't realize there were that many characters. I really don't know too much about Streets of Rage. The only character I really even know is Axel, and that's because I've got a figure of him that I got from Walmart. That's what the reverse side looks like there. Anyway, that was really cool. So I got that, and then I got Chaos Wars, which I've never heard of, but it's an RPG. But I don't know, it just kind of jumped out as cool. It was complete in box too. It was in great shape. Looking at the disc, looks spotless. Yeah, I was excited to pick this up, mostly because I've never heard of it, but it looked good. So I figured, yeah, let's get it. Obviously, I got some gameplay up there showing, I guess, what a battle looks like. So she got some games for herself, and then some games for me. But this True Crime game was actually free. Also complete. Don't know anything about this game, but true driving, true fighting, true shooting. I don't know. It's kind of reminded me of almost like some sandbox, not quite GTA, but just kind of some sandboxy looking game. I really don't know what to expect here, but it just looked cool. So I thought, you know what? I needed to get a game for free, and this buy two get one free. And between the stuff that she got and the stuff that I got, two of my games were free. So I got this game for free, and I got Tormented Souls on PS4 for free. And I hear this game is really good. I don't know anything about it outside of it being another horror game. And it came with a map of the hospital, which is pretty cool. So this is the basement, and then floor 1 and 2. So I guess it takes place in a hospital, which is pretty cool. Hospitals are spooky, especially when you have my life, where I don't know, it just seemed like when I was growing up, there was always a family member in the hospital, and we're not sure if they're gonna come home. So, yeah, I got a little bit of trauma when it comes to hospitals. So, when I see a horror game that takes place in a hospital, I'm like, yeah, it's scary. Hospitals are scary because people die in hospitals. It seems that more people die than not die in hospitals. Anyway, so yeah, I got these two. These two end up being free. And this game I was really excited about because I didn't realize that this game was actually physically released. I thought this was a digital-only game. And I guess I should open it up just in case there's anything special on the inside. There is nothing special on the inside. That's kind of disappointing. Especially with how crazy the front of this is. Date everything. I mentioned this in a Nintendo Direct of, I gotta play this game. This game looks so stupid, I gotta play it. And I gave up on ever getting it physically because I thought, oh, well, this is just a digital game, huh? No. Apparently it's not. So yeah, in this game, it's a dating sim game where everything in the house is a husbando or waifu. The lamp, the table, the refrigerator, the whatever you want is something that you can date in this game. And it just sounds incredibly stupid. I gotta play it. And so now I got it physically for my collection. And I don't know. I gotta play it on the channel. I gotta play that game blind on the channel because I don't know what to expect with that. But it just sounds so dumb. I gotta get it and I gotta play it. So anyway, I got those from GameStop. And then at a Half Price Books, I got a couple more games. And I mostly got these just so that way I can get the calendar, which gets you 10% off every month. Like a one-time, every other month or whatever, 10% off. Which I go to Half Price Books enough that that's worth it. But anyway, I got Rayman Arena on the GameCube. It is complete, so that's really exciting. I don't have a lot of Rayman games. I got one Rayman game on original PlayStation, and I got one on PS4. And then now this one. And it looks like just a mini game collection type thing. I don't know. It's different from a standard Rayman game, but I figure, sure. Looks like a fun party game with Fruit, Kaj, and Phoenix. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. And lastly is a steel case, which I think I do have this game. I do have this game, technically. I got Forza Horizon 3 on Xbox One through RetroGameTreasure. But I saw the steel case for it, and I'm like, I like that. I like that steel case. This is a nice steel case. So I got it just because I thought the steel case looked pretty cool. And let's... Oh yeah, I like that. I like the colors of these cars here. Yeah, this was nice. So I mostly got it just because I thought the steel case looked cool. Even though this is a game that I technically already have, but now I got the steel case for it. So that does it for this pickup. Oh yeah, I also got another 2025. This is the Switch 2 holiday shopping guide, which again I think in 10 years this would be a fun thing to look through, just to see like, oh yeah, these were the games that were popular or coming out or whatever in 2025, which I think in 10, 15, 20 years or whatever, if this channel still exists, that would be pretty cool to flip through. So if you guys want to see that in 10 years, let me know. And anything else here, if you want to see any of these games played on the channel, like Date Everything or whatever else, if you want to see some of these played on the channel, let me know, because I'll put them on the request list, and eventually we'll get to it. But until then, I guess we should move on to the next section, because it's not even December yet as of recording this, so there's probably plenty more coming up, so stay tuned for that. As in, let's just go there right now. Okay, we got a few more pickups to show off. So GameStop did not tell me that this game was out. Basically, one of my friends got it, and I'm like, oh, did that come out today? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered that, and GameStop didn't tell me about it. So, anyway, I got Octopath Traveler 0 for the Switch 1, because the Switch 1 has all this stuff on the cartridge, and it's not a key card like the Switch 2 version is. So this one is the better one to get. Ooh, it has a nice thing on the inside too. So standard. I don't want to say standard. It's a good RPG. I played a little bit of the first one, and I really enjoyed the whole thing of gathering up these characters that all have their own motivations for things. You get to see their backstories as they join your group. I'm assuming that it's going to follow the same tradition of every character starts with one of these letters. That was kind of the thing in the first one, where there was a character that starts with an O, there's a character that starts with a C, and so on, to spell out Octopath if you take the first letter of all their first names. I think the second one did that too, but I'm not sure. But anyway, great, what do you call it, that new retro 2.5 whatever look. Start from zero in a tale of restoration and retribution. Embark on adventure of your own creation. Ooh, okay, that sounds interesting. I'm assuming that all of these are their own adventures. I don't know if it is recommended for me to finish the first one before I go to the second one, and then zero. I mean, like I said, they're all different adventures with different characters and everything, but those that are more versed in Octopath and JRPGs than me, what do you guys say on that? Anyway, I'm excited to pick it up. This was kind of an unexpected one. I never heard of this game, but it just kind of jumped out, and people say that this is like one of the best indie games that nobody talks about, and like constantly scoring like 9 out of 10 and stuff. I'm like, okay, this sounds interesting. So it's a first person mystery game, visual novel, but also first person. You can walk around. So yeah, apparently there's murders on this island, and your name, you have a weird name, Lady Love Dies. That's her actual name. Is the detective, and she solves these mysteries and does like the court stuff. So I'm imagining it's kind of like Danganronpa with the whole court thing. You got to present evidence. I'm assuming. I don't know, but it sounds really cool. And that's another one. If you got like with everything else on the list, if you guys want to see me play this game, let me know in the comments below, and I'll put that on the request list. This intrigues me, so assuming that Phoenix doesn't claim it as like a game that she wants to play or something like that, it might move up the list. I don't know. I always say stuff like that, and it never happens. This is another game I pre-ordered. Actually, got it before both of these, but I'm gonna just end this section with this as kind of the highlight, being Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And it's got a nice like inner sleeve thing that's really cool. I've not played this yet. I've actually not played any of the Metroid Prime games since the first one, and I didn't get that far. I got lost, but I was also like 11 or something when the first one came out. And I think I beat the first boss, and I'm like, okay, I don't know where to go from here, and I just haven't played it in like 20 years or something. But I have huge respect for the franchise, and I mean, I like Samus as a character. I like the design of the Metroids. I love the design of Samus's suit and everything, and obviously without the suit, she looks pretty good too. And Super Metroid is one of my top 10 Super Nintendo games. Obviously different style from the first-person shooter of the Metroid Prime games, but I still have a big fondness for the franchise. I just haven't really dove that deep into it. So that's another one. If you guys want to see played on the channel, let me know. But along with Metroid, this is another thing that GameStop didn't tell me about until a couple days later, or maybe a week later or something, I don't know. And they said, hey, we got an amiibo for you. And I'm like, oh, I forgot I pre-ordered this. And GameStop, the guy didn't tell me about it initially, or one guy didn't tell me about it. Another guy was the one that called me, said that he came into work, saw this on the shelf, and he's like, wait a minute, somebody pre-ordered that, and he looked it up and gave me a call. So I'm glad he did that. I was able to pick it up that day, and this looks cool. Amiibos lately have been blowing me away with the quality of them. The price as well. I mean, the prices are kind of mind-blowing in a negative way, but the quality of these have gone up significantly from the Smash 4 first wave in 2014 for $13. Obviously, this one is more expensive. I think this was $30, which you're thinking like, geez, you spent $30 for a plastic toy? Yeah, I did. But like I said, the quality of these have gone up a lot since 2014, and I just gotta collect them. It's just a thing. I gotta collect them. So anyway, that finishes off this section. As always, like I said, let me know if you want to see some of these played on the channel, and I'll put them on the request list, and we'll get to it hopefully some point before I die. I got a long request list, and I've got a lot of games to play through, and a lot of these games are claimed by somebody else, which I encourage, because that means that the commentary is going to be better, because I'm going to have somebody who might know a little bit more about the game than me, or little Easter eggs, or just better commentary and conversations. So obviously I welcome to have Fruit, Kaj, or Phoenix, or somebody else to join, because obviously it leads to a better Let's Play experience for everybody. But unfortunately that means that things are on the back burner a little bit longer as we find time to get together. Anyway, let's move on to the next section. I'm rambling on. This might be the last one before I close the video. I don't know. If it is, here's the end video segment. If there's more, then there we go. Okay, this is most likely the final section of the video. I got two more things to show off, and one of them I think is really cool. Really cool way to end the video on this last item. Actually, these last couple items are really cool. One of them being a steel case for Metro Exodus. I do have one of the Metro games on PS4, Metro Redux. So when I got this, I thought this was also the game I already had, but then I'm like, wait a minute, no, that was Redux, this is Exodus. I'm like, I don't care. Either way, this is a really cool steel case. And there's the back of it. And you've got, I don't know, these little things. I don't know if these are DLCs. Yeah, these are DLCs. Sadly, it's pre-owned, so I probably don't have access to those. But that's the inside of the steel case there. But I'm like, that's cool. That's really cool, and it was only $10. The employee at GameStop, I actually had a stack in my hand, because they had a deal of all these games on this shelf were $30 or less, and I had like 10 of them in my hand, and I realized this isn't a good idea. Especially when the GameStop employee's like, don't tell me you're buying all those. And I said, I don't know, maybe. He says, well, you're not buying Silent Hill F. I'm buying that game. I said, oh, well, I might not be buying it, so okay. So I end up putting that back, and he says, you're not buying this game. I'm going to buy that. And I said, no, I'm going to buy it. I said, I put back Silent Hill for you back on the shelf. He says, it doesn't matter. I want to buy this too. I'm a steel case collector. I said, well, so am I. So, anyway, I got Metro Exodus on PS5. It's probably PS5. No, PS4. Okay. And the other game that I got, like I said, this is the big item. This is actually the reason why I went to GameStop yesterday to begin with, because I'm like, hey, did I pre-order this? Because I thought I did, and I never got a phone call, and it's been out for a week. It turns out that not only did I pre-order it, I got the deluxe edition version of it. And when he asked, did you get the standard or the deluxe? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm thinking, like, I kind of hope I got the deluxe, because that looks kind of cool. And he says, okay, you got the deluxe. I'm like, alright. The Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection on Switch 1, because it's all in the card. I think Switch 2 might have been all in the card as well, but this is on Switch 1. And, I mean, who cares? These games are 30-some years old, so it's not like it's going to run poorly on the Switch 1 or something. But anyway, this has so much stuff in here. So first up, I got to unwrap this. Obviously, we have the standard case in there. Okay, nothing too crazy on the inside. So, the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, it has 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it has, like, different versions of all those, including like the arcade versions, and it's got like the Super Nintendo version and the Sega Genesis version and all that. Like this is like the definitive edition for all the classic I was gonna say Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat games. But I got the standard case. I got the really nice steel case for it as well. And the steel case has this little metal. It's like a dog tag almost, but not really a dog tag. But it's got that. It's got these little cards here, and these are cool because these are all about the history. So, Mortal Kombat 1, year 1992, playable characters 7, hidden characters 1, finishing moves 8. Mortal Kombat 2, 1993, playable characters 12, 3 hidden characters, finishing moves 41. Wow. So, 2 was just a huge improvement over 1. And then you have 3, came out in 1995, has 15 playable characters, 2 hidden characters, 78 finishing moves. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, 1995, 23 playable characters, 5 hidden, finishing moves 109. So, oh, that's interesting. So, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 seems to be better than 4. 1997, 15 playable characters, 1 hidden character, 32 finishing moves. But just kind of a neat way to just kind of quickly go through the history of the Mortal Kombat series. And you also have a really neat lenticular here of Scorpion smashing that brick. That's really cool. That is Scorpion, right? I mean, I'm not at all an expert on Mortal Kombat. I know, like, the major characters. It also has a poster to it. So that's cool. And probably my favorite, as far as the extra goodies, is all this, where you have basically the logos for all the games. As well as these, which are like replica advertisements but miniaturized. This is just cool. So there's the front. It's showing stuff on the back. These are like, these got to be from a magazine. But I don't know. That's just really cool. So anyway, there's that one. And there's that. Yeah, that's cool. That was really cool getting all this. Because like I said, like I knew I pre-ordered it, but I couldn't remember when it came out, and I didn't know that it was already out. Somebody posted something on YouTube about Mortal Kombat or the Legacy Collection or something, and I'm like, wait a minute, didn't I pre-order that? And sure enough, I did. And I'm happy that I did, because like I said, I got some cool stuff here. I think I'll leave the base game out so I can put that on the shelf, and that means I don't have to worry about damaging the extra stuff. So yeah, that is what I got in the final batch of 2025. I'm assuming there could be one more. I mean, I guess there could be Christmas related stuff, because as of recording this video, Christmas hasn't happened yet. So this could be the final section. Maybe I'll tack on Christmas stuff as well. We'll see. If not, then that'll be part of the January pickups. But like I said, as always, if there's anything that I showed off in this video as well as in previous videos that you want to see played on the channel, let me know. I'll write them down on my request list. No request goes ignored. It might take a while to get to it, because I'm mostly a one-man team as far as like recording, editing, all that stuff. I mean, yeah, obviously I do have a team with Kaj, Fruit, and Phoenix, but getting together with them, especially this time of year, is incredibly difficult. So I'm working on a way to make that easier for everybody, and hopefully that means more content gets uploaded. So just kind of bear with me, but I do have some Dead Rising 2 off the record coming. I still have a few episodes of that to upload before I need to record more. So there's still content coming on the channel. I've got that Nintendo Winter 2005 catalog video coming soon, or could already be out. I've got a bunch of stuff. So basically what I'm saying is, like the video and subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified for when the next video comes out, so that way you won't miss a chance on all the cool stuff that is coming on the channel. At least I think it's cool. You guys probably might think it might be the lamest thing ever. I don't know. I also have a Facebook page where I post these videos on there. If you don't want to talk to me on YouTube, you can on Facebook, or talk to me on both, or just another way to get notified for when another video comes out. You can find that in your Facebook feed. I also have an Instagram that I forget I have until I advertise it, and this is something that I gotta post on there because this is really cool. This is really cool. Other stuff I shared earlier in the video, the Metroid amiibo is really cool. I got a lot of cool stuff that I would love to show off on Instagram, and I just don't, and I'm lazy. But most importantly is the Discord server, where we talk about pretty much everything I mentioned in this video, and then some. Obviously video games, of course, Pokemon, anime, we post memes, we talk about nostalgia, a lot of great stuff like that. All you gotta do is just say, hey, I want to join your Discord. I'll be like, alright, cool, here's an invite where you can join our community of nerds, where we have fun, hang out, nerd out. It's a lot of fun, and we'd love to have you join us. But in case I don't have another video before the end of the year, or if this is the last video that you watch from me before the end of the year, or whatever year it is, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope to see you guys in the new year with more awesome content for the channel. You guys are great, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.